guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be doing a summer series here the entire month of June. So all of my hauls are really going to have more of a summer vibe. Now this Dollar Tree haul I'm about to get into, I mean, it doesn't scream summer per se, but I did pop into Dollar Tree and this is what I found. So let's get into it. You guys have to try that creamer, the Chobani. I saw someone, I think like on TikTok, they were making coffee, and I actually saw the French vanilla one, which I also got. I got French vanilla and Chobani, the sweet cream, which is what I used here today, and the caramel macchiato. I haven't tried the other two, French vanilla and caramel macchiato yet, but the sweet cream is so good I don't even have to like add any sugar to it. So got my coffee today. This is my cute little mug. We're gonna do a really good Dollar Tree haul. Y'all, my neighbor also stopped me and spilled the tea about my other neighbor with drama with Loki. The end of the story is Loki wasn't the dog in question, but it was such a bizarre conversation. I wanted to restock the little poker set, but obviously this is really cute for a poker set. I use it for junk journaling. These little coin things are really cute. You can glue them onto paper, so easy. And then if you're even more elevated and you have the proper tools, you can like poke a little hole into it. They make these like little drill tools, which I want to get. I'm trying to find one on Amazon. If you have any suggestions, comment down below. But they're like just a little drill tool that you can create little holes, and then you can turn things into charms. So these are really cute for that, but they'll be great if you want to like restock your game board closet this summer. So I got that. I also got the classic dominoes. Again, it's just been a really long time. One of my most sold kits in my Etsy shop is my game board kit, but I think that's because it's on Pinterest and it went viral a little bit. So anyways, the game board kit is still available, and I got a bunch of new like cool things for it if you want to order it. I also got these little labels. They come in multiple colors. I like green. I also use them for junk journaling. And then this is like a time punch card, which I find this so interesting. Please comment. Let's have a discussion about this in the comment section, because I really need to pick your brain. These are by Jot and they are labeled time cards, but are people really going in to buy this for time cards? Or do you think that Jot made this more for crafting? Like, what do you, I mean, if it was Crafter Square, we would probably know the answer to that question, but is this a real needed thing? Or are we more like digitized with something like this? I don't know. Comment, let me know what your thoughts are on this, but for me, obviously I did for junk journaling. Then I found some new bags. Obviously the party section are dropping new bags now. So they're moving on from the stars and like the confetti look that we've seen. And now we're getting just a different variety of colors and patterns, which makes me kind of sad because the stars are my favorite. So just know that now anytime I see them, I'm gonna be buying them in bulk because I've gone through all of them, if you can believe that or not. You get 10 in each bag. I use them again for junk journaling. I'm gonna show you guys my junk journal. I'm gonna show you an update because it's so freaking cute. Okay, then look at what just got dropped in the party section. Oh, I thought I saw something fall out of like the corner of my eye, and I think it might be in my car, but I'm missing the second one. But look at these. Oh wait, here it is. I was like, I knew I saw it fall somewhere, but I guess it fell into the bag. But these are such cute little bows for present toppers. The fact that they're little stars that are like popping out, which on that note, the blue would be really cute for 4th of July. These were the colors that I found. So, and just on closer look, let's look at this one because I feel like you can really see it. But is that not the cutest thing? I love the Voila label at Dollar Tree. It's nice to see all the labels that have been at Dollar Tree forever and ever, you know, come in and give us some new stuff. So I just thought those were really pretty. They're obviously a little too big for me to work with junk journaling, but like as far as keeping it intact, but I can kind of clip off little stars if I wanted to. Okay, then I found out that Dollar Tree has some new socks that have dropped, but I am on the hunt for the Canada Dry ginger ale ones. Y'all, if I don't find the ginger ale socks, it's gonna remind me of the lemon plate fiasco in 2016, and I really don't want to go down that road. I really don't. They had a lot to choose from. A lot. There had to have been like 20 plus pairs of variety. You obviously see how many I got. So I really liked the M&Ms. I thought they were cute. They're the peanut M&Ms. And then I really loved the Monopoly. I thought the Monopoly was so freaking cute. Like, do not pass go, do not clutch. And then the Pepsi. I really, really wish there was Coca-Cola, but I will settle for Pepsi. Now, obviously I drink Coca-Cola, so I think Pepsi's kind of gross to me, but I love the label of Pepsi. It does give a vintage vibe. And so just from aesthetics, I really like it. And then here's another Monopoly version that I found. And it says luxury on the bottom, and it's just the Monopoly guy. He is also a Mandela effect. They say that he never wore the monocles, but we all know he did. But Monopoly claims, no, we never gave him a monocle. Yes, you did. And also, if you guys watch Ace Ventura Pet Detective, I think it's the second movie, he walks into this house and there's a little man walking down the stairs and he's wearing a monocle and he's wearing a suit. He looks like the Monopoly guy. Jim Carrey, Ace Ventura, picks him up and he goes, do not pass go, do not click. Why is he wearing a monocle in the movie? Anyways, look that up. Then I found some new 4th of July products, or I say 4th of July, but it's obviously just USA Patriotic because we have Memorial Day, we have Flag Day, 4th of July. But this is a new garland and I love it so much. I think it's really, really cute. And I can either use it for decor, I can use it for like outside if I'm having a barbecue, which I want to have like a whole like game night 4th of July shindig at the house. And then I found this one, which they're just the stars. So cute. Of course, I'm going to junk journal with these though. So I'm keeping it for that. Then I found this little wind sock. I might be doing like a lake thing and there's a boat. And I thought, how cute would it be to actually decorate the boat? Have any of you guys done that? If you have, please give me your suggestions on like what you do in decorating something like that. I don't know where I could put this, but let's open it. But it's just, wow, it's a really good size. You know, I could tie this down somewhere. I don't know. It's got all the little strings. I liked the look of it. I thought it was really cute. So we're gonna see if that works. I got another pack of the gummy bear pens. You guys, let me tell you something. When you order from my Etsy shop, I swear what's the word? Serotonin, endorphins? I don't even know. But what gets triggered in my brain when I pack your orders is like the highest high for me, and I have the best time. And my favorite thing is adding freebies now. Like I've upgraded my packaging. I'm adding a bunch of freebies and I'm trying to add pens where I can. And I got the gummy bear pens to add in some of my orders because they're just adorable. And these are probably one of my favorite novelty pens I've ever seen dropped at Dollar Tree. And actually they're mechanical pencils, my bad. They're not even pens. They're mechanical pencils and you have the little trigger button right here, which is really cute. So I got those. Another restock, it's been a while, but I got the alphabet beads. I've been seeing this thing rolling around on TikTok of a hair clip and people are DIYing with like cute little beads and things. And I'm like, I can do that with Dollar Tree stuff. So stay tuned. I'm going to be making some summer hair clips. I'll try to throw up either a picture or a video here if I remember of what I'm talking about, but stay tuned because I'm going to try to make it in one of my next videos with you guys. Another thing I feel like you've not seen me haul. Like, you know, I'm a sticker junkie from Dollar Tree and I had to get some more. Now I already have this little set. It's super cute. It kind of reminds me of cars, right? They have the little eyes, so they make them look like people. And then I got the sports. Also, another project I'm going to get into, and I'm going to make myself get into it, is scrapbooking. Like true to form scrapbooking. I don't have any pictures up around the house. That's another thing I need to fix. No pictures of me and Micah. It's just decor. It's kind of cold if you think about it. So I gotta fix that. And I feel like there's so many digital photos that just sit in digital land. And I need to get them into physical form. And I've been watching people scrapbook on TikTok and it's completely selling me. So anyways, I got some really cute stickers to kind of gear up. Now this one I don't have. I think it's so cute. I love the hot air balloon and the rainbow and the trains. Adorable. And then look how cute this one is with the cats and the alien. Oh my gosh, I love the color palette too. There's even the world here at the bottom. But this one's my favorite one in the entire bunch. This one, and then the pink crescent moon, and then this little spaceship. And then of course the pink cat. Obsessed. I've suddenly started loving pink. You've probably picked up on that lately, and I don't even know who I am anymore, okay? I got another one of these candy patches. Thank you to everyone who's been ordering my Candyland kit. If you can, try to sell me out. I want to sell out on my Candyland and my St. Patty's Day kits, so thank you if you are participating and helping me with that. And then I got these shook jump rings and lobster claws. I love that Dollar Tree is trying to give us all the things to craft with. Jump rings are actually really important when you're trying to construct like keychains or charms. You need these, right? So like I told you about the tool. So if you get the little tool, drill a hole, you're gonna need a jump ring to feed through, and then the jump ring will feed through the next thing, if that makes sense, or like the lobster claw, okay? So that was a shocking find. Oh, I didn't realize I got 2 of those. And then Ione has some liquid blush. I don't think I've hauled this, but please do correct me in the comments if I have. I really don't think I have. So I love this brand. They do the cutest packaging to me. They remind me of Too Faced the most, just in terms of their whole style. Like they do a lot of themed things, and Too Faced reminds me the most about that. This is in warm rose. So pretty. Yeah, so liquid blush. This is in the color Rosette. This one's the one I'm most interested in because I do love a peachy moment. And this one is in soft pink. So $1.25. The Dollar Tree beauty section is insane. Okay, then I picked up more of my flashcards. These are the ones that are a little bit harder to find because they've been around now for a minute. But these are the color ones. So this one has like the rainbow of colors. They're obviously yellow on both sides, but if you were to open this pack, I actually put these in my St. Patty's Day kit. In each kit, you get like the full rainbow from me. So I put, whoa, didn't know there's a blank one. Yeah, so there's pink. Like, yeah, these are so good. I couldn't love those more. Then I found the diamond box. These have like the cute little like shapes and stuff. And then I found these. I also really love these. These are getting more and more rare as well. And these are really cool. So if you want to actually use them for like learning and for your child, they're like a dry erase, which is so cool. So you can actually, yeah, wipe clean and use again. What? For $1.25? That's crazy. But my favorite card in here is a star. Hang on, let me try to like get to it. I'm gonna let the video run today, if you don't mind. I'm not gonna really try to edit myself. Sometimes I don't wanna, you know, I don't know. Okay, where's the star? Because that one, the little duck is so cute too. The heart is another one of my favorites. And oh, the American flag, I forgot about that one. Here's the star. So the star and the American flag are my favorites in this bunch. So there's that. And then I got the Counting with Count, what's his name? Not Count Chocula, that's the cereal. But anyways, this is basically what it looks like. I have recently fallen in love with Sesame Street, so that's the whole thing. Here's my receipt, $63.75, but I already took stuff out of here. I got flat, no, those are, I got those. I got sponges. I took out the sponges. Yeah, there's like drinks and candy. Anyways, then I found, look at these nostalgic coloring books. This is every time I roll into Dollar Tree, I have a routine. And I have a set of things that every time I go in without fail, I look for, even if I'm running in. Sometimes I do run into Dollar Tree and I like literally seconds. I run in, grab one thing and I'm out. But even then, I will sweep just to look for coloring books. So I found Lisa Frank. This is definitely a new one. I do not have this one in my collection. Don't knock coloring until you try it as an adult. It is so therapeutic. And then we've got the Care Bears. How cute is that? Absolutely love this one. Okay, and now we're gonna end it on a $5 product from Dollar Tree. I had no idea that Jot was part of the bonus section, and I found a 5-subject notebook, and in yellow, of all things, which is like one of my favorite colors, yellow and blue. What? I didn't know that some of our $1.25 products are also a label under the bonus items, if that makes sense. So this really, really surprised me. And then you can see all the tabs that you have here. So it's a 4-subject. Oh, it says 5-subject, but I only see 4 tabs. So I guess there's a subject before the red tab, but red, blue, yellow, and green. Should there have been another? Is there like a tab missing, do you think? It doesn't look like it because it's like even. There's not one here and there's not one here. But I mean, in terms of paper sections, there are 5. There's just not 5 tabs. So anyways, basically, like if you wanted to label a subject a color, you're missing one section to have its own color. But still, $5, I don't know. What do they run for at Walmart? Like these subject notebooks. But I just love this yellow. I think it's gorgeous and I'm definitely gonna use it. I'm probably gonna keep it in my office and just like write random things into it, I think. I don't know. But that's it. That's my haul. There's still a lot that I'm looking for. I'm looking for that camera drink container along with the like popsicle containers. I'm looking for the Canada Dry socks and all of the other stuff Be Pure has dropped that I'm seeing people haul and I haven't even seen it yet. So anyways, I did take myself to Fort Worth, about an hour away from home, to just like see, oh, are the Fort Worth stores good? To be fair, I went to one. It was just not it. Go watch that video. Go see what I did find in that store. It was pretty sad. But it's not really quite tea about Loki, but anyways, so a while back, like a month ago, I was on, I'm part of the neighborhood Facebook group, and I saw somebody post. I had no idea at the time that it was my literal next door neighbor, and they posted a video from their, camera pointing in their driveway of them pulling in home in their car, and there's a dog on the loose, and he runs up to into the driveway waiting for them to get out, and the person posted like, I'm gonna report this dog, and it's been in my flower bed several times. Anyways, I immediately, for whatever reason, I was like, Loki never does that. Loki never leaves my side. He's a very like jumpy, happy, energetic dog, but he never leaves my side. But I've gotten a lot of comments, obviously, that Loki looks very scary. Just his size and just the way that he looks. And it makes me sad, but I get it. And, anyways, well, I'm literally diving off. But anyway, so I zoom in, I'm like, Loki would never leave my house like that. Like, he doesn't just run off. Now, he has gotten distracted, obviously, by like bunny rabbits and stuff when he was younger, but now he's so much better. He does not react to bunnies and squirrels or anything anymore. He stays by my side. But I still thought, when I'm not home and he's with Micah, did he maybe get out? But again, it's still not Loki behavior because he's very attached to me, Micah, and the house. Like, he doesn't even like going in the backyard without us, okay? He will not sit out there unless we're out there. He has very rare moments where he will go sit outside by himself and he'll sunbathe, but very rare. Anyways, so I digress. About a month or so ago, I see this post. I'm like, that's a little aggressive, but whatever. I zoom in on the dog and I'm like, that's not Loki. And I move on. And I remember though seeing the comments from the other neighbors, and they were like, hey, like, basically calm down. The dog's not going to destroy your flower bed, blah, blah, blah. And that's all that I saw on that day when I saw it posted. Again, that was a month ago. Moving on. My other next door neighbor, they're walking by, and I'm outside by myself. Loki's not even outside. He's inside the house. And they're super sweet, by the way. All my neighbors are sweet. Even my next door neighbor that I guess made this post, I assume they're sweet. I've never met them. I've met the other ones. But anyways, they're like, hey, did you see what the neighbor posted about you? I was like, what? No. And so they bring up the whole dog, and I was like, wait, I saw that post. I was like, that was like a month ago. I was like, but I zoomed in and that wasn't Loki. And they're like, I think they thought it was Loki. Without zooming in, it's a black dog. And so I think they thought it was Loki, and they hadn't since gone back to that post, which I'll talk about in a second. But anyways, they were like, oh yeah, you might want to like keep Loki on a leash, that neighbor's whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, sure, like no problem. Like, I totally get it, because Loki will come outside with me, like sometimes, like when I'm going to get groceries or something, but he literally never leaves my side. He doesn't even leave our property line, like never. He never goes into the neighbors' yards. Never. And so I was like, oh yeah, whatever, sure. And they literally meant no harm, no foul. But it got me to go, wait, let me go back to that post, because she just told me that my neighbor was saying that about Loki. So I don't know if they know the neighbors. I just don't know them. Or maybe they made the assumption it was about Loki because they saw the video and they just assumed it was Loki. Because I live next door and I have a black dog, but literally they're not even the same like dog in the slide. They don't look the same. When you zoom in, you're like, oh God, that's not even Loki. And it's a girl dog. And so I went back to the post just to kind of like see it again. Did I miss something? Was he talking about me? And I'm going through the comments, and it was actually our neighbor at the end of the street, and he handled it so well. Like, I saw, y'all, the thread was messy. It was messy. It could have been a telenovela. The end of the street, which Loki loves their dog, because when I walk Loki, he can smell her like on their fence line, because they're the house at the end of the street, and Loki can like whatever. Anyways, and actually their little girl met Loki, which was super sweet one day. They were outside, but I digress. So anyways, he was like, oh, it was my dog. I'm sorry. I was a solo dad for the night. My 4-year-old let him out in the backyard, and my gate was open, and she got out, and we got her. We're really sorry. Or don't worry, our dog's really sweet. And I'm not going to dive into what all the other neighbors said, but they were basically like, the dog didn't hurt you. They didn't hurt your flower bed. Anyways, it was a whole ordeal, but I felt some type of way with my neighbor being like, hey, they made that post about you and Loki. Anyways, but yeah, no, also I would never want anyone to like be up in arms. I know Loki looks scary and his bark is scary. But anyways, that's the tea, but it wasn't Loki, somebody else. So, but now I feel like, I don't know what I feel like, but that's my story.